Ohio State, Michigan, the game. I don't need to tell you guys what's on the line here, but I'm going to anyway. Winner goes to the Big Ten championship game to face Iowa, where they'll be around a 3-touchdown favorite. Now, the current line for the game is Michigan minus 3.5. The look-ahead line last week had the Wolverines minus 5.5. DraftKings reopened minus 4, while Circa, they were at minus 5. Money came in on the underdog Buckeyes, taking it as low as minus 3 at some shops. Before some Michigan buyback came in, that got us to the current number of 3.5. Now, no matter if it's Ohio State or Michigan, win the next 2 games, and you're obviously in the college football playoff, where, of course, both teams lost in the semifinals last year. Now, I'm not ready to pick a side for Saturday's big game, but I do want to talk about the total, which currently sits at 46.5. We've got the 2 top scoring defenses in the country. Michigan allows 9 points per game. They're number 1. Ohio State right behind them at number 2, allowing 9.3 points per game. Some of that certainly due to the fact that most of these Big Ten offenses that Michigan, Ohio State face stink, especially in that Big Ten West division. But there's no denying there is plenty of talent on the defensive side of the ball for both of these 2 teams. And when you look at the series history, what jumps out to me is the last 9 meetings have all gone over the total. That's despite, obviously, a lot of defensive talent passing through both Columbus and Ann Arbor during that time. And there's been a minimum of 51 total points scored in each of those 9 games that went over. But while I already mentioned that you've got to respect the talent on the defensive side of the ball for these 2 teams, this year I think the offenses are down, and I don't think there's any argument with that. Ohio State's got Marvin Harrison Jr., we know that, but Michigan I think is going to come up with a way to defend him, or at least limit him somewhat. Kyle McCord, the quarterback for Ohio State, is no C.J. Stroud. And Michigan's J.J. McCarthy, over the last 2 weeks, he's just 19 of 32 for 201 yards with 0 touchdowns. That's not his average for those 2 games. That's what he's passed for total. You recall the Penn State game where Michigan ran the ball on all but 1 offensive snap in the second half. Don't think they get away with that here, as Ohio State's allowing just 3.3 yards per rush attempt for the season. You look at these games this year where these teams have had to step up and take on good teams. There hasn't been many of those. Both did face Penn State. Michigan won that game 24-15. One of their touchdowns came on a short field. Plus, they allowed a garbage time touchdown. So 39 points in that Michigan-Penn State game, a little misleading. It probably should have been less. Ohio State, they beat Penn State 20-12. They too allowed Penn State a garbage time touchdown. So that game probably should have been lower scoring. And when the Buckeyes faced Notre Dame, remember, that was a 13-10 final with the game-winning touchdown for Ohio State coming in the closing seconds. I think we see that 9-0 over streak between these teams come to an end Saturday at noon Eastern. Give me the under 46.5 in the game. Ohio State, Michigan, where, yes, it is all on the line. Now, we would like to wish you and your families a happy and safe Thanksgiving here at Wager Talk. And what it comes to mind when you think of Thanksgiving, turkey, pumpkin pie, football, and the annual Wager Talk once a year $69 7-day all-access special. A 7-day all-access gets you every play from your favorite handicapper in every sport, including one of the best weeks of football betting. Not only do you get 7 days for under $10 per day, but you get the plays as soon as they are released, so it's incredibly convenient, especially for those traveling this holiday. Happens just once a year, $69, 7-day all-access special, so don't miss out. Me personally, I'm on quite a run coming out of the weekend, 20-9 the last 6 days. Yes, I did miss on my 5% play Saturday night with Oregon State, but we immediately bounced back with a 4-0 NFL Sunday, 5-0 in NFL Week 11 entering the Monday night game. You can find me, of course, Brian Power _wins over on X, that's formerly Twitter. Please, if you would be so kind, if you liked what you heard here, even if you like the over in this game between Ohio State and Michigan, why don't you do us a favor, smash that like button, give this video a thumbs up, and if you already haven't done so, subscribe to the Wager Talk YouTube channel. Now, if you're looking for more game previews, then click on this next video.